Well, here we are again. We just finished one show. We're jumping right into the next one. I hope you guys are ready. This is our top 5 tag teams on the WWE, either SmackDown or Raw rosters. This leaves out the NXT guys. No, what's the guys down there? None of those NXT guys. Not the tag champs. Not any of them. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Number 5. Who do you got?
I have a surprise. It's Titus Worldwide.
Titus Worldwide.
I love Apollo. I think he looks amazing and he's very athletic. I know he can't talk. I know that. But I think he looks really sharp and looks like a great wrestler. And I think Titus can go on the mic when he needs to.
Titus is one of those guys that I've always sort of been curious about. Like, he seems like he has everything that the WWE wants. He's gigantic. He's a good promo guy. I've not seen him have like that great 5-star match, but I've never seen him really get the opportunity to have that 5-star match where he's been given 15 or 20 minutes to see what he could do with somebody. So it is a curiosity. I find Titus a curiosity. I think that for me, Apollo is a guy that, man, what an athlete. Like, really a good athlete. Good looking guy. I agree. Like, he looks like a guy that belongs on television. I don't dislike Titus Worldwide. For me, I wouldn't have them in my top 5. Okay. So my number 5 is probably also a surprise for you. Breezango. I really think that they are fun. I don't need every team to be like the 5-star teams that we're going to get at the top of this list. Some of them are just fun, and I think that, like, I've seen them have fun matches where people are really engaged. I think that some of their stuff is just, I mean, it's mesmerizing. When you're watching it, you're not looking away. You're not, doing this game that all of us do during wrestling. We're like, this is happening now. Like, I'm looking at the screen the whole time they're on, and that's really, to me, the true testament of what wrestling should be. So for me, I mean, do you like those guys?
They're my number 4 pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'm surprised. I figured when I first thought of it, I thought neither of us are going to have these guys on our list. So that's good.
I really wish, I understand that Fandango is out with an injury right now, but before he was out with a shoulder replacement, I think, they weren't doing the same stuff that they were doing with them. And I loved when they were doing the fashion vials. Like, that was great TV. I wish that they would continue to do that. And I think it was a year ago when they had that match where they brought out a broom and like they dressed up crazy, and it was really fun. And I wish I understood why they didn't continue to do stuff like that. I understand that it's probably not what Vince McMahon wants, but the crowd loved it, and I know I loved it. So I wish that, like, that stuff is gold, and I think that they should do more of that. Yeah,
I loved it too. I thought it was fun. Why, when you have 5 hours a week to fill in television, why not give somebody something to smile about once in a while?
Right.
And you can really smile at those guys. So yeah, I'm on board. I could have probably moved them to number 4 as well. That's a good pick. For me, my number 4 is the Bludgeon Brothers. I know you're not very big on the Bludgeon Brothers. I love their size. I love Luke Harper's athleticism. I'm not in love with what they're doing right this minute. I think that I don't know. It just doesn't resonate super well. I've seen them when they were part of the Wyatt family. Like, the stuff that they were doing then was a little more compelling to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen them have really great matches with the Usos, and some of these guys. It's really, really so. Like, I like the Bludgeon Brothers. I think that. I wish they could find something better for them to do to be a little more marketable, but I don't mind them on television, so I'm going to pick them at my number 4. Who do you have at number? Go ahead, give me.
I haven't seen them have the best matches. I understand, like, that if they're in the ring with a good tag team, they can pull it together and have an all-right match. But I feel like they should, if they're the tag team champions, they need to be able to go out there and have a good, solid match with anybody. And I just don't think that that's possible for them.
Yeah, it could be. But I think part of it's the way they've been booked as well. Like, they want it to be so that when they finally do get beat, it really means something. They've sort of been running people over. So, yeah, I mean, I like to see great matches as well, and I think under this current book that they're under, they can't. So, Who do you have at number 3?
Number 3, I have the Revival.
Whew, so you're leaving somebody off that I never would have guessed you'd have left off. Okay, the Revival. I don't have them on my list. Go ahead.
I enjoy the way they look. I mean, I'm young, so I didn't really get to see the old style of wrestling, but I don't know. I like their build. I think that they look interesting. They look different than what we have right now on TV. Like, I understand that they're very similar to what, like, 80s, 90s, but, like, I think that they look different and they look unique, and I really enjoy that. I think that they have good matches. I don't mind their promos either. I think that they've had good promos, too.
Yeah, I'm on board. I probably should have put them in my top 5 because I mean, you can't really, maybe it didn't fair to include it, but holy cow, some of the matches they had at NXT were, and you saw a few of those, I mean, they were brilliant. I thought that the stuff, they really sort of stepped up when they needed to during the Roman, whenever they were working Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Their look, like you said, is a very old school look. It's very, very, very reminiscent of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, the Brainbusters from the 80s. So their matches are almost always compelling when they're given adequate time to tell a story. So, yeah, I'm on board for that. I don't have them on my top 5, but I probably should have. They're very good. So for me, my number 3, I'm going to go with Cesaro and Sheamus. We talked about them in our last video just a bit, but Cesaro and Sheamus have really figured out tag team wrestling to me. Like, they have really just hit their stride, and like the matches that they have, the one they had last night on SmackDown. Whew. And I've seen, I mean, it's not like, well, that was an anomaly.
Right.
I mean, I've seen them have so many of these when they're given adequate time to tell a story. Like, they've had so many of these matches, just been brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So
I completely agree with you. They're my number 2 pick.
Okay.
I agree. I think that they've had great matches. And I like their gimmicks that they do in the back. Not necessarily promos, but whenever they get to have, like, fun, they're fun.
Yeah, I agree. So you have them at number 2. My number 2 is the Usos. I think that they are right there with Sheamus and Cesaro as far as having great matches. I like the new character, the Uso Penitentiary, like the harder edge and a little more rough. They were sort of getting soft as far as their build, and I think there was a promo where New Day sort of called them out on that, having to wear T-shirts to the ring, and then like within 2 months, like they were in great shape after that. So I really like those guys. I think that the promos are great, their matches are great, their look is great. That's everything. That's what I'm looking for.
I do not have them on my list at all. I know.
And when you were coming through it, when I said to you earlier, you're leaving somebody off, I had a feeling it was going to be them, and I can't believe it. Why did you leave them off?
Yes, they're really good right now, but I really did not enjoy the old gimmick with the face paint and the coming out to the ring and doing the chant. Yes, it was fun for kids, but I didn't really enjoy that, and I didn't think they had good matches back then either. I don't know. They're not in my top 5.
You would put them ahead of, say, obviously. I mean, you put them ahead of Breezango.
I have fun with Breezango. I don't really think of. I enjoyed the stuff that they did with the New Day, but I haven't really had that same feeling since they did the stuff with the New Day. Like, there hasn't really been like an awesome like thing that they've done. Okay,
well, let's get to your number 1, which I have a feeling is also my number 1.
Probably the New Day.
Same.
I think that they're awesome. Like, everything is great. The thing that they did last night where Kofi dressed up as some random person and did the interview, that was hilarious. A couple weeks ago, whenever they were they were doing stuff with the Miz, and they put the Miz's hand in pancakes, like, that was genius. Like that, like this, I don't think that they've really have had anything that they've done that is awful.
I agree. I think that when they need to be fun, they are out of this world fun. When they need to be serious and cut a promo that pulls you in, they can do that. When you need them to tear down the house, they almost always deliver. They sell so much merchandise, which is always important to me as a promoter. Like, I love that they sell so much merchandise. I love these guys. I think that they are as a group, one of the best things on television. With that in mind, I'm going to say something that you're going to say, what? I think they should break them up.
And I know why you say that, because you don't want the crowd to sour on them before they break up. But, like, it's still working. Like, keep it going.
People said the same thing about the Shield. What are we doing breaking these guys up? But in retrospect, it was a good idea, right?
I think it helped Dean Ambrose and it helped Seth Rollins, but it did not help Roman Reigns.
I don't know. I think the reaction for Roman Reigns is bigger now than it was when he was with the Shield. Maybe it's not the same babyface pop, but holy cow, is that crowd loud when he comes to the ring.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I liked it. So, I think it's the time. I feel like a broken record here, but I would love to see Kofi Kingston as the world champion. I'd love it. The window's getting smaller as far as his age for him to get that opportunity, and I just don't want him to fall into Gold Dust or R-Truth category where he's hung on too long, and like it's because man, to me he's really special. Like, I think he's great, so I would love to see them. I mean, not that they're not doing a lot with him. But I'd love to see them give him the opportunity to be the guy, just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? It may really, be good business. I don't know. But
yeah,
we left some big teams off of there, I probably would say. I mean, some of these teams, like, the Ascension, I mean, you don't feel anything for those guys. Who else do I have here? I just had Gallows and Anderson. To give me Too Sweet?
No. I don't, like, I really enjoy the ab stuff. I think that stuff is comedy gold. But the nodes thing is really aggravating to me. I do not like whenever they scream node.
Okay, I think that's funny, but okay.
It doesn't do anything for me. I think they're good in the ring now.
Okay. How about B Team, the Raw Tag Team Champion? No love for them.
I don't like them either.
Did you like the build up to them, or has there never been a time like they've sort of how they've ascended? Do you not care for that?
No.
Okay. I know what you're going to say too.
What?
The music.
Yeah.
Why did they change the music?
I don't know. I think that they wanted to have something, because you know how Fandango has the doo-doo song and like
the doo-doo song.
And like Shinsuke Nakamura, he had that really he still does, but it's changed a little bit. It's a catchy song that people can sing along to. I think that they were trying to force that on the fans now, because now they've got B team,
right.
B team, or whatever it is. And I think that they're just trying to get the crowd to cheer B team when they're coming out. But like, they didn't need to do that. The crowd's already
was with them, yeah.
Right.
I agree. Let's see. Anybody else that I'm missing here? Epico and Primo, are they even on television anymore? I don't know. I guess that's it. So when you pick 5 teams and there's not all that many teams, the one thing I wanted to mention, like my top 3 teams could nearly be interchangeable. Mm-hmm. I mean, New Day's pretty tough to beat, but like Usos and Sheamus and Cesaro can go back and forth. But I think it's a really special time for tag team wrestling. If you'd have went back 10 years ago, like there wasn't many great teams, and it was almost, even 15 years ago, it was almost like it was a dying thing. But now, it's really great again. So I really enjoy tag team matches. I think there's nothing else quite like it if done correctly. Mm-hmm. So, well, I guess that's it. I appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody tuning in. What I'm always curious to hear, and some people share it, and I've seen it on Facebook, and I've seen it in the comments. What is your top 5? Who are your top 5 teams on Raw and SmackDown? You got ours? So we're going to close on this. Thank you guys for watching. Give me the Too Sweet.
No.